I mean,
I'm
we can all agree. We can all agree. I mean, since we're live, that even though the Darksiders 3 is getting lambasted by reviewers, at least it isn't broken. At least it isn't, at least you can finish the game.
Yeah, here's what I'll say about Darksiders 3. Right now, it's sitting at around a 50 on Metacritic. So like half of the people, and the people who actually played it, I think it's around that for consumers, not just like critical review sites. So like you're either gonna love it, like most of the people think like on average that it's okay, um, and I agree with that. It's okay. It's not perfect. It's not terrible. It's okay. But before we go any further, let's have everyone introduce themselves, and then we'll get further into it.
Well, my name is Kenoshi Abam. My name is Kenoshi Abominito, and yeah, Bethesda's going to have to go kick rock soon.
And now, Jewel.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Joy Alien Moonstar. Welcome to the BS Busters, and it sounds like Bethesda. What else is new?
Yeah, it's Bethesda. That's what Bethesda does. They if there's a way to mess something up. Well, here's what I've discovered with this, and I'm glad I didn't make I was gonna make a video earlier this week about it, going into it, but more stuff keeps on coming out. So I'm glad I didn't, for lack of to use such a crude colloquialism, I'm glad I didn't blow my load earlier this week.
Hey guys.
How's it going? So now I have a sufficient amount saved up.
I'm sorry, but you just had to use that line, didn't you?
Well, I mean, it's like I said, to use such a crude colloquialism. So basically, Bethesda, basically, that old children's book, Alex is no good, very bad, something day. No, rotten, terrible, no good, very bad day. Well, this is Bethesda's their launch release for this game. It started out no good, and then it first started out terrible, then it went to rotten, then it went to very bad, and now it's no good. Basically.
And you wonder why you love Bethesda.
Well, the thing is,
the game goes.
well, the thing is I don't know why gamers are surprised, because Bethesda's been doing this for years. I mean, literally for years.
I'm talking about you specifically, because I know that you enjoy their games, but they keep this.
Well, yeah, but I've never said that Bethesda's games are good because Bethesda makes them. I say Bethesda's games are good because they can be modded. There's an active community built around them that make the games better. Never do I say Bethesda made this game really well.
And longtime Bethesda fans use the song Little Lies by Fleetwood Mac as Bethesda's unofficial theme song.
Basically, well, I don't know about that, but here's what I'm going to say as someone who's been a Bethesda fan for, I shouldn't say fan. I've played a lot of their games for years. Before they ever bought Fallout from Interplay, when Interplay went out of business. Gamers should know better, because Bethesda, even back in the day, you never bought Bethesda games at launch. You waited a year, 2 years, 3 years down the line when the Game of the Year edition or the Gold edition would come out, and it would come with a CD-ROM, which had the game, if you had a PC, a CD-ROM, and then a 3-inch floppy disk that had all the fixes, because the games, when they initially came out, were broken as shit. And this is something that's been happening for years. Ever since Bethesda released their major franchise, which is Elder Scrolls. That is their major franchise. Every version of their games have been broken as shit. Elder Scrolls 2, Elder Scrolls 3, Elder Scrolls 4, Elder Scrolls 5.
Okay, here's something Bethesda related that just recently popped up. Something involving Bethesda permanently banning Fallout 76 players who are cleansing the wasteland of LGBTs.
Yeah, basically this little teenage asshole and his friends, like they were playing the game and they ran across a group of other survivors, and they complimented the guy on his outfit. Oh, that's a cute outfit, and he basically felt the need to prove his masculinity. So he ran away, got a group of his friends, and then started harassing these guys, saying, cleanse the gaze. How dare they compliment me on my outfit? And when he was contacted by news sites, he's like, yeah, I knew what I was doing was fucked up, but I'm not going to apologize. And I mean, they're just going to ban me for a few days. And now he handed all his food for permaban, which really, to be fair, I mean, is that really a punishment from Fallout 76? Because that's not a very good game. Like someone saying, you can never play this shitty game again. Thanks.
And there was also a previous news about Bethesda employees giving a kid with cancer a copy of Fallout 76 as his dying wish.
Man, that's a damn shame. Look,
Did I hear that right?
To quote Chris Rock, it probably would have been better if they'd have just given that kid some money and taken him to a titty bar. Look, you ain't gonna live long enough to get any. Or maybe if he's old enough, if he's a teenager, maybe take him to a high-class escort. So yeah, he's dying, but he can at least go out with a smile on his face, some happy memories. I mean, why give him this shitty ass game?
Because the kid wanted to play Fallout 76.
Man, I'll tell you right now, if I was dying of cancer and Bethesda's like, we can give you anything you want to help ease your suffering, I'd be like, I'd rather have the high-class escort than play one of your games again. But that's just me, because, I'm kind of a pervert. But I mean, I don't know. Your guys' thoughts on Fallout 76?
It's too bad you didn't learn. You didn't learn. I don't know what else is there to say.
I avoided that game like a plague.
I mean, like people. The thing that gets me is that people are acting surprised. It's like that old African folktale about the scorpion and the frog. Like there's this.
The frog was surprised that the scorpion acted like a scorpion.
Yeah, there's this frog, and he's sitting near the edge of the river, and he's like, I got to get to the other side. And this scorpion's like, hey, I mean, like, could you give me a ride? He's like, I'm not giving you a ride. If I give you a ride, you're gonna sting me and then kill me. It's like, no, seriously. If you give me a ride across the river, I'm not gonna sting you. And so basically, like, the frog's like, okay, fine then. So he lets the scorpion get on his back. He's swimming across the river, and the scorpion starts moving around.
And he gets stung.
It's like, what are you doing? He's like, nothing. I'm just getting comfortable. He makes it about halfway across the river, and the scorpion starts moving around again. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just getting comfortable. So he's almost 2/3 of the way through to the other half of the river, and the scorpion stings him. He's like, why'd you do that? Now we're both gonna die, you stupid bastard. He's like, look, I can't help it. I'm a scorpion. That's what I do. I sting things. And that's basically what you're dealing with Bethesda. Like, their games have been broken pieces of shit for years. I mean, and I have Reddit on my smartphone, and I was looking through it because I was at I was someplace waiting like for someone to come out doing something, and I had like 10-15 minutes to kill. And I'm like going through my phone, and I found out something very curious about Fallout 76.
What do they have in mind?
Fallout 76 is made using the same code as Skyrim and Fallout 4.
Oh, yeah,
as a matter of fact,
excuse me.
Those giant bat things that you fight are literally the same as those shitty Skyrim dragons. It's the same except with the skin swap.
How lazy is that? Because
it's Bethesda, so
it's just. I was about to say,
pretty
I thought
sure
that was
if-
EA lazy.
I'm pretty sure if Bethesda could, they would basically have people propped up in a chair with a pipe coming out of their mouth, a pipe going down their mouth, and a pipe coming out of their ass, and a pipe around their urethra, where basically you could just sit there and eat and shit and urinate all at the same time without moving. And Bethesda would be like, it's still not effortless enough.
Wow.
They're that lazy.
And I guess you guys already talked about the whole Fallout 76 bags.
We were about to get to that.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically they did a bait and switch on the bags that people paid for, but for the people who were going to do publicity for the game and hype it up, they gave them the nylon bags, the canvas bags that the people who paid for the shit were supposed to get, which tells me Bethesda is wow, those are some dickheads right there.
That should be a lawsuit. That's false advertisement.
That's fraud. Like, if someone pays for something and they're expecting to get it and you swap it out, but then give that product to somebody else for free, that is fraud.
And you know the worst part of it is, the people that didn't get frauded were influencers.
Yeah, those are the people who got because they didn't pay for it. They just got it. The people who paid for it got the downgrade. The people who got it for free got the premium package, which tells you that Bethesda knew this game was a broken piece of shit, and they thought they'd get away with it because Bethesda has been releasing broken pieces of shit for years. Literally years. Like years and years and years they've been releasing broken pieces of shit.
Yep.
So, anyone else have any other thoughts about it? Anyone want to add their 2 cents?
all I say is that you don't see Nintendo doing these type of things. It's despite people who backlash towards their recent game announcements, like Federation Force or Amiibo Festival.
I mean, like, okay, I've said this before, even when Nintendo fucks up, it's not to this level. But if Nintendo fucked up to this level, I would call them out on it. Like, I'm not going to be like, well, it's Nintendo. I'm not going to point out this blatant line of bullshit.
Yeah, I was going to say that even though Nintendo has their goof-ups, some of their goof-ups are about 1/100th as bad as what these guys pull off. But still, it would be called out. And if they ever did something this hard, well, I can only imagine how many newspapers would be printing this.
Of course, I hope this experience teaches Bethesda a lesson to never make another MMO.
So if they're trying to, though, here's the funny good laugh at. If they switch the contents of how the bag was made or how bad the game is, they're going to need a lot more.
And I'm also hoping
Especially
that
if the lawsuits are going to pour in.
And I'm hoping that Doom Eternal doesn't get the same treatment.
Yeah.
I'm going to spoil it now that I think it's going to have it happen.
I mean, that game has so much promise with its new weapons, obscure enemies from past Doom titles coming back.
Yeah, yeah, don't skip out on your promises. You know, if you're going to if you're going to advertise a game, especially its special edition, you know, as something, and then you pull something else because the materials were too expensive.
Yeah, but that was bullshit. Because the thing is that generally speaking, when you do a special edition, you're losing money on it anyway.
Yeah, it's a collector's item. So.
Yeah, it's there, and it's a limited run. You're losing money on it anyway, and it's there as a prestige product so that the most hardcore fans can have something to be swaggy about. You know, oh man, look, it's you know, I mean, it's like the people who really needed to get the special edition of Xenoblade Chronicles X, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like. But whatever. But yeah, I think the sad thing is that but Bethesda got caught with their pants down. They got caught with their hand in the cookie jar, you know. And they thought no one was going to say anything. They just knew that they had
has their stock decreased ever since the whole backlash.
Is it in the basement yet?
Well, and plus the normal arguments that people make about Bethesda aren't really counting. Like they're saying, well, you know, well, it's the reason Fallout 76 is because it's always online. But here's the thing. I mean, I hate to say this, but Red Dead Online is online, always online, and it's not having those issues. Now, of course, GTA Online was also always online, and when it first came out, it was a steaming pile of shit. So maybe they already went through their teething issues, you know? Maybe. But anyone have anything else they want to add about Bethesda fucking screwing people over, stealing their money, selling them a defective product? No. And, I forgot the refund thing. They won't give. They initially they were giving refunds, and now they won't.
I was about to say, if you got a refund, about $5 of loot to spend it on.
No, those are the nylon bag people. The nylon bag people got, instead of, you know, Bethesda making them whole and giving them the canvas bags, they're like, well, we feel sorry you feel that way. Here's $5 that you can only spend in our in-game store, where nothing worth having you can get for less than 15.
And they didn't even use like nice nylon. They used the cheapest of nylon.
Yeah. That's like someone ripping you off, and then when you complain about it, they get in your face, pull down their pants, whip out their junk, and slap you in the face with it. That's basically what Bethesda did.
And that's just the people that are lucky to get something that. What about the people that didn't get anything at all?
No, I mean the people who are angry about the game and they're like, fuck this game, I want to return it. Like, because if you bought it online, you had to go through Bethesda's launcher. You cannot get a return of your money through Bethesda's launcher. Like, some people early on were getting returns, but now they won't return people's money. The people who physically want to...
Isn't that going to cause Europe to say something about that?
Well, Europe's probably going to say something, but here in America, consumer rights are fucked, so no. Although some people are thinking they're going to do a class action lawsuit against Bethesda, and I hope they get their money. Because Bethesda, look, for years and years and years, Bethesda's been fucking people over with shitty like games that were not ready to be released. People forget, like I don't know about you guys, but I had Skyrim on my PS3. I remember when they issued patches where you had dragons flying backwards. and if you ran the game for longer than like 40 minutes, it would have a memory cascade failure, and you would start slowing down, and then the game would crash, or you would enter a building and there would be no floor, so you'd fall eternally and have to restart the game. Like, I remember how broken that game was on console. And I remember it being equally as broken on PC in different ways. And I mean, like, Bethesda's been doing this for years. Fallout 4 was the most stable game Bethesda ever released, and it was still a broken piece of shit too. So, I mean, where can we go from here? When does it end? You know? When does it end?
Yeah, of all the BS Bethesda made.
Until either Bethesda shuts down or they rebuild their entire studio.
Well, they aren't shutting down because they got too much money from other shit. Look, as long as they can still sell Skyrim, though, they got money.
Well, not for long, because they just announced Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, I mean, but they can still sell Skyrim, is what I'm saying. Yeah. And they will continue to sell until the cows come home or the sky falls down. I mean, if they can get Skyrim
most
run on
likely
a
the sky's
toaster,
gonna fall before.
we got Skyrim run on a toaster. Fine, then go with it. But anyone else have anything they want to say before we?
I'm just gonna wonder, what else did Bethesda do? Because if nothing else, I think we did enough punches on their face.
It's never enough. It's like that Barry White. It's like that Barry White song where he's like, "I just can't get enough." It's just not enough. It's never enough. Kicking Bethesda in the nuts. Like,
Well, they deserve it.
Yeah, we keep on. Like, here's the thing. Okay, it's not like, oh, we released one game. They have built an entire career releasing broken, glitchy piece of shit games that people excused because modders, you know, people whose job it's not to fix the game for them. Right? I mean, think of it like this, okay?
RJ.
Okay, like think of it like this, right? Like, I can essentially friggin' like go and like I can go and fix my refrigerator myself, right? Right. Especially if it's an older refrigerator. But if I just bought the refrigerator and there's major things wrong with it and it's brand new, that's not my job to fix it. That's the manufacturer's job to fix it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Bethesda doesn't understand that. You know? They don't get it. But I guess we can move on to the next topic. Who wants to go next?
I would. I've got this one news article we could discuss about. PlayStation 4 owners in Chicago complaining about Chicago's amusement tax being implemented on their PS4s.
That's strange. Is this a tax from back in the day when Chicago had lots of hookers?
I'll post a link to the article at the group chat there.
Because I remember hearing people complaining about there's going to be a game soon.
This was shared to us by one of our contributors at Video Game Facts.
All right.
So what is the shit? What is the entertainment tax supposed to do? What is it limiting? Hello?
It's
Well,
it's a 9% tax.
on entertainment, so
Yeah.
they can make more money. Well, I mean, governments are. I mean, that's one of the functions of government is that they're, allowed to tax people. I mean, Uncle Sam and his little brother are going to get their money. All right. Like, I don't know why people always act like, oh, I don't.
I'm not surprised, but if anything, I was wondering what it affects, because I can already tell that's
It's going to make it more
a bitter pill to
expensive.
swallow.
It's going to make it more expensive to buy PS4s in Chicago. I mean,
Don't buy a PS4 in Chicago, I guess.
And the article mentioned that many users purchase these PS4s as a medium to stream videos and music rather than using them to play solely games.
yeah, but that's
Well,
still
that seems
entertainment.
Yeah.
That's still entertainment. If
Well,
you're streaming movies or whatever, that still counts as entertainment. Like, that's not a valid argument against not paying your taxes. Like, you live in Chicago, you got to pay what you got to pay. I mean,
Yeah, and the article says that new PlayStation tax shows how greedy politicians can be.
well, I mean, it's not like the money's going to them. I mean, typically speaking, for stuff like that, the money's going to go to, services. Which, seeing how Chicago has a school system that's hemorrhaging money and stuff like that, I would think the taxes going to stuff like that would be a good thing. But, what do I know? I don't live in Chicago.
Not to mention there are people who believe that taxation is theft.
Well, I mean, you live someplace, you got to pay taxes. I mean, that's just that's part of being a citizen. You got to pay your dues.
If
That's
not,
just the way it is.
If not, then you're gonna end up like Yoshi.
No, you can not pay your taxes and go to jail. I mean, that's how they got Al Capone.
That's why I said you'll end up like Yoshi, because Yoshi commits tax fraud.
I don't know about that, but
it's a meme.
I don't want to go to jail, because if you do tax fraud, they send you to federal prison. Federal prison ain't no joke.
Right.
Federal prison is where they keep the hardcore criminals. Federal prison is where if you drop the soap, they turn you into a girl.
Out.
But don't you need to be trans to make it that way?
No. I mean, they.
Yeah, I know.
How can I put this nicely? They turn you into bait, into meat. You ain't gonna make it to the sequel.
Well, not in one piece.
Now, there are some people where I'm like, well, this person deserves whatever happens to him. But that's just me. That's just me. But anyway, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I know some people are going to get angry when they hear this, because people like to get angry when you say things that they don't like, because people are sometimes annoying, but I don't know.
I guess we can move on to the second biggest news in the gaming industry. The Nintendo Creators Program comes to an end.
Yeah, some people
They're
are really
still
happy
gonna-
about that.
They're still gonna pull down your videos if they don't feel comfortable, with you putting their stuff up there like that and making money off of it.
Yeah.
Right, and so they replaced it with a new guideline policy.
I mean, can we just keep it real? The creators program was there so that Nintendo could monetize, could get paid, because the Wii U wasn't selling well, and they had to show that they were going out of their way to maximize revenues.
The Wii U did sell as an S.
Well,
So
yeah, it
in
was
the eyes of the
profitable,
people,
but
it's still
it was
they think that
profitable, but
nobody
it
was
wasn't
gonna
selling
buy
as
it.
well as they wanted it to. And that's what that's what they did. Like, they basically did things to make it seem like, oh, we're trying to make as much money as possible. That's what that was. I mean, I know it's a business decision, but I mean, because that creator program was kind of lackluster, if you will.
Yeah, but if anything, these people give it a middle finger, and the moment that they start letting it go, people are saying, "Yay, we can finally make money off Nintendo again." And yet, Nintendo has been making money despite them.
They're still gonna make their money. I mean, it's Nintendo. They're gonna make their money regardless of what anyone does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are cheering, saying that this is going to be a Nintendo to be reborn. I feel that they're in for a nasty surprise when something of theirs get copyrighted.
Well, the thing is, these people are acting like they're acting like black folks during the OJ trial. We won. You didn't win shit, man. We beat the monolithic giant that is Nintendo. I know they only have like 5,000 employees worldwide, but we beat them.
Yet those 5,000 are able to make more green than some of the companies that go up against Nintendo.
Yeah, that's true. That is impressive, but I'm just saying, it seems kind of weird to me that people are so,
And it's also weird for me to see them criticizing Nintendo for taking down their videos that contain their footage of their games, yet criticize people for monetizing videos on fake leaks and whatnot regarding Nintendo or any of their games.
Probably because they like to take Nintendo hype, but they do not want to take Nintendo pain.
people want to get paid. What can I say? People want to get paid for shit that is not theirs to get paid for.
I mean, if these people are going to treat YouTube like a business, then do it like a business. Get up, make video content, upload it and work on your product.
That takes too much effort.
Oh,
they want easy, and as we all know, easy is addictive sometimes.
But soon their YouTube lives will be much harder once they have their own families. I mean, MatPat is now a father, and he's still pumping out videos every week.
That's cool, except for one small problem. I give zero shits about MatPat.
I stopped giving a beep
No, you should
about product.
prioritize on
So
you should prioritize on your family first before your career on your YouTube career.
Well, I mean, if that's your main thing and that's how you make money, then
already got you there.
yeah, you kind of gotta. I mean, if that's how you make your money, then in order for you to take care of your family, then yeah, that's important. So.
Moving on to other Nintendo related news, Mithra has gotten a slight makeover for her appearance in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as a spirit.
Yeah,
let
I
me
heard
guess,
about that.
the
They gave her
censor
some leggings or some shit. Whatever.
Yeah, and
censor
there's debate
shippers
whether or not the overall redesign is better or worse than her original design. With some saying that it makes her look hotter, while others saying it's downright censorship.
I don't know. I don't care. Jesus.
I was about to say, this is more for the censorshippers.
People get caught up in stupid shit like that. Oh, it's censorship. Who cares?
Censorshippers because, well, you know, they love their non-censored shit.
There's so much more important shit to talk about than censorship in video games, like Bethesda shipping broken games to consumers or bait and switching people's stuff.
But then Microsoft just made an update that to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, they're going to give Mithra the same censored redesign onto the game.
Oh, there you go. Now they're just trolling. That's clearly trolling people. Like, oh, so you don't like the suit? Fuck you then. Now it's canon.
I can see the.
That's what that is. That's just messing with people.
Or I take it as an early bird cameo.
No, that's just there to mess with people. They must have learned that from Sakurai. Just doing stuff just to mess with people who are being salty little bitches.
Right. Of course, in the end, Pyra is still the better girl.
You're trigger the bait soon like that.
No, I
People
just
still crying. So people are still crying about something.
let me put it this way, okay? There's worse things in games than censorship. Like way worse than censorship. There's people selling you, like, I mean, with Bethesda coming out and basically defrauding people, scamming them, conning them. Like, I would think that a little bit like, oh man, they gave her leggings so you can't see her thigh gap. Oh man, these bastards! How dare they? I want to see a scantily clad young girl.
She's actually a 500 plus years old.
Yeah, but she looks like a young girl physically. I mean, who cares? I mean, if you listen, if these, I mean, I hate to say this, if these losers really want to see scanty-clad young girls, wait till summer, go to the mall, you can see all the scanty-clad young girls you want. Free of charge. Wear some shades. And no one's gonna say shit about it either. Like these people are. I mean, I hate to say this. These people are losers.
Mm,
Uh,
I don't know. Whatever.
or
Whatever at this
just
point.
call them by their true names, weebs.
Look, if you care, if you seriously are losing your shit because of a character has gotten some leggings
There
for
is
an
more wrong
outfit.
with you.
Are people
on.
really mad about the fact that she's got leggings now instead of Smash
No,
Brothers? Or
no. Actually, most of the people actually enjoy the leggings, thinking it's much harder than her original design.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say most, okay? Because I mean that's speaking for people. What I will say is that there probably is a group of people who like the leggings. They're probably people who could give a shit less. Like, but it doesn't matter. It's just a friggin' character redesign. There's nothing.
and I don't think you have to buy into the character redesign. I think it's a choice.
I mean, hell, no one's holding you down. Oh man, you better like this or else. Like, no one.
Who care? What? Like, why do people care about this stuff so much? I
Damn.
never understood that.
Because somebody might be a pervert on the inside, and they rather have outrage over it than admit that they have issues.
You know what? But that's the thing. I don't think all these people are perverts.
No, they are. Because they're lonely nerds who probably don't have girlfriends. Because here's the thing, okay? Why do you care what a fake girl wears when you can have a real girl wear just as wear whatever, and it could be fun? Like,
Because a lot of these people.
Because real girls would probably call them disgusting creeps for
They don't
hitting
even-
on them.
Well, it's
I
because they
don't know
don't really
about that.
like real
I mean,
girls.
I know gaming. I know gaming. I know girls that are into gaming that will wear weird outfits. I mean, my girlfriend likes gaming, and
Don't underestimate them.
yeah, girls can be just as freaky as dudes can. So that's kind of a.
Well, I'm just saying that some of these guys don't even like real girls.
And that should probably worry some people, especially if they're in certain countries that certain weirdnesses.
Actually, they would actually flock over to Game of Girls, asking for a name, address, phone number.
Oh man, that's how many. I can't tell you the amount of times that I have been dealing with people, and they were like, "You're not a real like. Is she a real gamer girl?" It's like, what proof do you need to know if someone's a real gamer girl? Well, like, is it like? Do they have to answer a certain amount of queries? Do they have to have gamer cred? Like, what? What are the qualifications? I mean, personally, I just think it's all full of shit. Just to be honest with you, I think it's all BS. I think look, some people like to play video games, other people don't. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has their own proclivities and what they like and don't like, and that's just the way the world works. And if you don't like it, be like the shepherd and flock out. No one's
I
holding
was just
you.
gonna say tough cookies.
Be like the apprentice baker and have some tough cookies. I don't know. I don't know. I think a lot of gamers get caught up on the wrong shit. Like, more gamers should be outraged about Bethesda screwing people over with, defective products instead of worrying about this.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm the wrong one. I don't know.
I don't care. That's all I know.
Yeah.
And continuing on with the Smash news, they also confirmed that we'll be getting post-launch spirits.
Okay. I mean, this is gaming as a service, but gaming as a service done right.
Yeah, and
not
it's
just
free.
some bullshit.
I was gonna say gaming as a service, like how EA puts it, and then there's gaming as a service as far as Nintendo puts it, and they're miles apart.
Yeah, there's fake games as a service. Hey guys, and then there's we're gonna nickel and dime you to death games as a service, which is EA and Activision and Ubisoft and Bethesda. We care about mods. Yeah, you don't, you lying bastards.
You might join a gallus of other gaming companies that are about to be hung for their crimes, and EA just said first time here.
Y'all amateurs. You don't know who you messing with, son.
Say, guys, remember that we were supposed to get a movie adaptation of the Console Wars novel?
The what?
Console Wars.
A Console Wars novel?
Oh, you mean the thing about Sega versus Nintendo? The last console war that actually mattered?
Yeah. Apparently it's being made into a TV series instead.
I mean, well, to be honest, like, you really couldn't do justice to that book with a movie. Like, even if it was a 2-hour-long movie, you would not be able to, talk about the stuff that you need to talk about and do it effectively with just,
especially when it comes to certain sides going to be on the matter too.
No, just the amount of content and just the stuff you're gonna have to talk about. Like, you would not be able to talk about all that stuff in just in just a few minutes. Like, you couldn't do it. So, I mean, in 2 hours. So, I mean, it's probably a good thing that it's going to be a TV show versus. But I could be wrong. I mean, what do I know? I'm just some guy. Any other news to cover?
Be glad that it's not a video game adaptation of a movie adaptation.
You mean Detective Pikachu?
Actually, I saw the trailer for that, and that actually looked really cool.
Yeah, I actually want to see that movie.
That is the first. That is the first Pokemon movie that I looked at, and I was like, this is actually cool because it actually addresses the ridiculousness of Pokemon.
Yeah.
I was gonna say a different game. I was gonna say a different game series like Double Dragon or the Mario Brothers.
And it actually made Charizard look like a badass, which only further heightens how shitty of a trainer Ash Ketchum is.
But it also makes Mr. Mime look like a total creep.
Well, I mean, he is creepy. I mean, he is a mime, and mimes are creepy.
It's like a match made in hex.
But also have some attitude. It's like, what's he saying? He says you can take that can and shove it. I'm like, I can't believe you actually said that.
The thing is, like, I know some people are weirded out by the whole fact that Pikachu is voiced by
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, because having that voice on a character like that, but that's all part of the joke. I always saw it as part of the joke. The fact that this cute cuddly animal has a this deep manly voice, because it's like that with Ted. I'm surprised some people just didn't catch on to the whole the joke aspect of that. But whatever.
I don't think that was a very good movie, but whatever.
I've heard
the same
mixed things about that movie.
I'm saying the same voice that is voiced by is Pikachu's voice. That makes it even more. Who's been in the Kool-Aid lately?
So people still wish it was Danny DeVito.
I think Danny DeVito would have been fine. I think, Ryan Reynolds is good too. Like Danny DeVito probably would have been better, or even better, Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's voiced a cartoon animal before.
No, he just Bruce Willis can really bring he can bring a lot of pathos to characters in ways that is surprising. It's like, I can't believe you were able to make that character interesting. Like, he can do that. Like, he's an astonishingly good at voice acting. Danny DeVito could have done it too, but that's almost too on the nose, with Danny DeVito.
Right.
But anyway,
moving on to other gaming news.
Oh yeah, the VGAs is next week.
Yeah,
I might make a
on
cast.
December 6th.
I might have a cast so we can all laugh at the VGAs because I'll be off that night.
So it can be a big waste of time.
One of our computers is going to do a live stream.
I'll do one.
So we could take the pain for all of us.
So it can be a big waste of time for everybody.
I'll be cheering them on.
Yeah.
I'll be cheering them on to at least hope he doesn't lose sanity. Because if anything, I already know that the VG is full of.
Yeah, I'm just at the point where I love a good shit show when it comes to this industry. So,
the only thing I'm going to say about it is this: if I have to see Jeff Keighley and Hideo Kojima have a big love off again, I'm going to lose my mind. That big love off they had last time. That big love off where they practically made out on the stage. I love you. I love you. No, I love you. I love you. Who's gonna top and who's gonna bottom?
Thank you. I might need a.
Yeah. I meant to make it disgusting. Aries73 has a couple of comments. Jim Sterling will probably still be whining like a sorry bitch, regardless of this. Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't agree with Jim Sterling on a lot of things, but I'll give him credit for calling out bullshit when he sees it. And I gotta agree, the Bethesda shit is bullshit worth talking about. Now, of course, it's getting a lot of hits and people are talking about it, so it's worth talking about. Because, but here's the thing. Bethesda's been doing this for years. Why did it take why was Fallout 76 the straw that broke the camel's back? Because, they did this with their first game. Okay, you can give them a pass on the first game because it's the first game of a series. Okay, the first Elder Scrolls, okay. Elder Scrolls 2, very ambitious, very large game. Okay, but Elder Scrolls 3, 4, 5, Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas. I know they didn't make Fallout New Vegas, but it was using their shitty engine. They just Bethesda is just not. They don't make quality. They make games that are fun to play, but the games aren't quality. You get what I'm saying? Like basically, Bethesda games are the equivalent of eating at McDonald's, right? Like every once in a while, you might want a Big Mac or a Filet-O-Fish or some McDonald's fries or like a milkshake or whatever, but that's not good for you. It's not quality food. And that's Bethesda.
It's just
Yep.
But, that's my own personal opinion. I don't know how other people feel about it. Anything else anyone wants to go over before we wrap things up?
Yeah.
Go buy Sunset Overdrive.
Aries 73 says incels are making a mockery of the gaming community. I'm tired of people who don't have a girlfriend talking about, I want this character to be dressed scantily. It's like, dude, if you want to see women dressed scantily, there's so many better ways to do it than a video game.
I just don't care. You want to see him dressed scantily? Okay, that's fine. But if you don't, then, whatever.
Okay. One more game-related news before we wrap things up. Strategy analysts are taking a bold prediction saying that Nintendo will take the number one spot from Sony in 2019 in the console market.
Yeah, they might do it. Not in terms of units sold, but like profitability and like people talking about it and junk. Okay, I know someone's playing Kirby, but seriously, that volume is way too loud.
that was a half volume.
Oh well. But I mean, I don't know. The thing is that like I'm just tired. I'm tired of people getting upset about the wrong stuff. Like, oh, how dare they? Like gamers are always getting distracted by shit that's really not all that important to be angry about.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they get angry about things where it's like, dude, that's not the problem, broken games are the problem. Bethesda releasing broken games and people not being able to get a refund, that's a problem. EA monetizing everything and taking beloved franchises and bastardizing them into microtransaction nightmares, that's a problem. Companies relegating abilities to buy their past library of games digitally, locking them behind paywalls like EA does with EA Origins, Nintendo's kind of doing with the library thing. I mean, that's something to be up in arms about. I don't give a shit about a character. They gave her a new outfit. So the fuck what? Don't you look? You don't have to equip her with that fucking outfit. Calm down, bro. Take a chill pill.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with you on that. It's like, of all the things to get mad about, why not get mad that you're getting screwed over on a daily basis?
By the man,
But no, because they want to use Nintendo as a punching bag.
Oh.
And if you're going to complain about Nintendo, look, there's bigger shit to complain about Nintendo than
like their online service.
Yeah. Like there's worse shit to complain about than that. I mean, locking stuff behind a paywall, that's a problem. But what do I know? I'm just some guy.
Any other news you guys want to bring out?
No, I think we've pretty much tackled everything. Anyone want to pimp anything out? Anyone want to show off anything? They think they want to.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a stream on Wednesday night on the Game Awards.
Oh, that's right. That is the Game. Well, I was gonna do a. On the day of the Game Awards, I was going to do a sci-fi power hour-ish about how shitty Robin Hood was, but apparently I don't need to. So, because everyone knows how shitty that movie was,
Yeah.
horrendously shitty. Like
And
people.
I was about to go share you a video that talks about why. It talks about the problem.
How bad do you think Aquaman's gonna be?
For what I've been hearing, it's actually people are calling it like the best DC movie since The Dark Knight.
You know
Well,
what?
that's like calling-
They said that same thing about Batman v Superman, and Man of Steel, and yeah, I'm not believing that.
Well, at this point, it's like saying that you're the best kid in summer school. Like it's not really.
No, you're the fastest. It's like you're the fastest kid in the fat kid group of physical education. It's like that's not an accomplishment, because you all are you're measured against people who all have physical issues that prevent them from performing, at the normal parameters. So. But some people get mad when you say that. How dare you, sir? How dare you talk about fat people? I'm fat. I used to be thin. Now I'm fat. It happened.
Yeah, that happens.
That happens. I used to play lots of sports, not as physically active, and now I'm big again. I mean,
Yeah.
that's life.
It happens.
But you don't see me comparing my fat ass to really thin people. Yeah.
That would be a no.
Now, because I was really athletic and stuff like that, like even though I'm fat, like I'm in better shape than a lot of large people, but I'm not like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I'm unstoppable. No, I don't have that. I don't have that luck. But I think people get too caught up on bullshit personally. But anyway, I think we've railed it out. So I guess I'll probably join Kenoshi's Game Awards podcast. Just
What
cause,
time is the Game Awards?
I don't know, but if you have yours, I'll just join yours because it won't make sense for me to do one and then for you to do one. Like everyone trying to do the thing, it's better to just join someone else's. So, I mean, I don't know. I'll try and be there. If you don't have one, I guess I'll have one. I'll try to get everyone there to join that one. Let's see. I guess we can end this. I guess we'll end this on a high note. What have you guys been playing? Or what are you looking forward to? What have you been playing? What are you looking forward to playing?
Well, let's see. I'm currently about to go play some Dragon Ball Fighters right now after this podcast. But I'm really looking forward to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate next week.
Same. Same with Smash Ultimate, but right now trying out some Mighty Gun Vault, which is what you heard me playing earlier.
I'm playing Sunset Overdrive, but I might take a break for a little bit when Smash comes out.
All that content in one game. It's going to be hard to contain.
I can hardly control myself. I started playing Sunset Overdrive. I have not beaten it yet. It's, I've been playing Darksiders 3, but what I'm really looking forward to doesn't come out until next month, and it is Tales of Vesperia Ultimate Edition, like the remaster, and I'm gonna get it on PC.
Yeah, I'll probably get it on PC too.
The last time I played that game, I borrowed my friend's Xbox 360, and I just like rushed through it because, reasons. This time I can take my time and really. Plus, I'm getting it on PC, so I can download a trainer and cheat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cheat my ass off.
Did you use Cheat Engine?
No. I just wait for someone to make a cheat mod because it's easier. And like I said, I'm cheap.
It's hard to keep up with all these games these days.
And
Yeah, there's lots of games.
Yeah.
And people say that there's gaming droughts.
Yeah, people always say that. They're like, we're in a gaming drought. Like, really? Because I'm not.
No,
The only time I'd say that there might be one would be if it's in summer.
Yeah, but that's not a drought. It's just the thing is like no one has thought, hey, let's space our game releases out. Like the only time I saw that was with Nintendo with the first year of the Switch, where almost every month they were dropping something. Like typically speaking, everyone piles on for this time of year, which is stupid because you have 11 other months out of the year where you could be dropping games. But anyway, so I'm going to see if there are any other comments on the nope, there are no other comments, so I guess that's the end of the podcast. There probably will be a podcast either from myself or from Kenoshi for the Game Awards Wednesday, where we're probably going to be talking shit about it. If it turns out to be a love fest between Hideo Kojima and Jeff Keighley, I'm going to change the channel. Like last year,
thank you for putting
practically making out.
Thank you for putting more of that into my mind.
Look, I'm not the one who like desperately wants to have Hideo Kojima's baby, like Jeff Keighley. I'm not that guy. Like I personally think Hideo Kojima is overrated. But
to get that out of my mouth, in my mind, aren't you gonna have a sci-fi powers coming up sometime?
Yeah, I was gonna have it. I was gonna have it that Wednesday. I might move it to Tuesday instead. Same time, just Tuesday because that's easier. So people can talk about all types of weird stuff. So,
what are you doing on Tuesday?
Sci-fi Power Hour-ish, where we're going to talk about how movies we're looking forward to and movies that failed miserably.
I was gonna ask if you're gonna do a movie of the year.
Well, actually, I was thinking about doing one where we were going to talk about holiday movies, like some of our favorite holiday movies. I maybe pick 5 holiday movies that we like and give a brief synopsis of the holiday movies and why you like them. Like someone might say, well, I like Harold and Kumar 3, where it's like the Christmas movie, or Bad Santa, something like that. Stuff like that. And then we'd go over how Robin of that new Robin Hood movie, just it crashed and burned, man.
It's like that King Arthur movie from last year.
Yeah, I think that King Arthur movie ruined it for every other. Like, we're going to tell the legend, the story behind the legend. It's like, no, you ain't. You ain't doing shit. Stop telling the legend behind the story. The legend behind the story. Stop. Just please, just stop doing that. It's annoying and no one cares. But don't you want to hear the legend behind the story? Not particularly. Nope.
Nope.
But it's the legend behind the story, behind the tale, behind the legend. Yeah, I don't care, bro. But it's Robin Hood. Like the only person who cares about Robin Hood is like the only Robin Hood that matters is the Disney Robin Hood, maybe Robin Hood Men in Tights, which is the parody.
One with the Disney Robin Hood, the one with the anthropomorphic animals.
Yeah, with the foxes and stuff. Like those are the only ones that like people care about, and that shitty one from Kevin Costner where he like pretends to have a English accent for like 2 minutes, and then he just stops.
Yeah.
I'm like, I like Kevin Costner, but seriously, dude.
And I just sent a link to a video that can help you with next week's Sci-Fi Power Hour-ish in regards to Robin Hood and King Arthur, in regards to the recent Robin Hood and King Arthur movie that flopped so hard.
I don't need to watch a video about it. I mean, because I'm gonna let you know a little secret. I actually watched that movie. And it was gloriously bad. Like I felt embarrassed for everyone in that movie. I felt bad for what's his name, the guy who plays the sheriff of Nottingham. He played the major villain in Rogue One. Forgot his name. Damn. I felt bad for Taron Egerton. I felt bad for Jamie Foxx. Like, cause he went and he like Jamie Foxx got into shape. He was like exercising and training to be in this shit. I'm like, man, you should have made another Bad Boys. You should have been in another Baby Driver, man. You fucked up. I just felt bad for everyone in this movie, and they were all just like trying so hard to just
Tormented.
Like, there's nothing worse than seeing actors in a movie that in their head they're like, yeah, it's gonna be great. It's like, no, it's not, bro. No, it's not.
Yeah.
This movie's gonna suck ass. Suck ass. But yeah, I liked it. I wish more movies were this gloriously bad. But that's just me. Okay, that's the end of the podcast. Thank you for watching. Remember, rate, comment, share, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you can you get updates when we're doing videos. Typically, for the longest time, we were doing BS Busters at 7:30. I moved it up a little bit because of reasons. And Sci-Fi Power Hour-ish was on Saturdays at 7:30, but my schedule is insane, so having to move that around. But if you can't watch it live, you can always watch the replays. I mean, the recordings, the archived video footage. So there you go. Thank you. Have a nice day. Everyone here has pimped out what they want to pimp out. So good night.